In this video we're going to be telling you about my marathon training plan, but I'm not going to try and record it out here because look at it, it's just awful, absolutely awful. So let's head back to the studio. I'm going to get pneumonia and I'll see you back there. We're going to talk about, oh, I can't even go now, my London marathon training plan. See you in a bit. Okay people, so we are back in the studio where it's warmer and drier. Right, okay, so in this video we're going to be talking about my London Marathon training plan. I'm going to run you through exactly how I'm going to train for the London Marathon in 2024. Okay, so a bit of a caveat, bit of a disclaimer, a bit of a spoiler, whatever you want to call it at the front end. Now this is my training plan, okay? This is very individual to me and what I'm going for. Now I'm not going to be running a time in London. I'll come on to that in a second, but I'm basically building in this phase because at the September, I'm going to be going for the Berlin Marathon when I will be running a time when I'm looking to run between 3.5 hours. So I am not telling you to do anything in this training plan. I'm only going to be sharing that with you. Whether you want to get some ideas from that, you can. Now, if you go over to FORDYruns.com, we've got loads of training plans on there which you may be interested in. All different abilities, all different distances, so check that out, FORDYruns.com. Get over there and check out our training plans. Okay, so how I'm going to break this down, I'm going to talk you through the week. I'm going to talk you through the different days because for this training plan, I'm not going to change that much. Now, some plans you sort of go up and steadily climb in terms of distance, but for me, because I'm kind of already there, I'm only going to be changing one or two things. Okay, so for this plan, I'm not going to be changing too much because I've got a baseline fitness and my mileage is about where I want it to be. All I'm really going to be doing is changing my long runs. But we will come on to that. So let's break the week down and let's start at the front end of the week. So I work on a 7-day calendar training plan. Some people work on something different, but for me, I like to keep it simple and I just work through the week. Okay, so Monday for me is a medium effort goal paced run. Now this run is about 60 minutes. I look at in terms of time for this run. We've got a warm up, we've got a cool down, but basically I'm looking to do about 60 minutes at target or goal pace. Now that mileage will probably be about 6 or 7 miles. That's what I'm aiming to do on a Monday. I'm going to keep that consistent all the way through this 16-week training plan. But Mondays for me is a little bit of goal work. Okay, so Tuesdays for me is actually a double run day. Now I've done a video on double running and why I feel it's one of the most important parts of my training plan. Check that video out, it's on the channel, I'd recommend you watch that. So on a Tuesday morning I will do a nice steady 30 to 40 minute easy paced run. No effort at all. And finish like I've done nothing. That's the most important part of that run. Because in the evening I'm going to do my high effort session. Now that's a speed session which could be intervals, that could be hill repeats, and that could be tempo runs. Whatever it is, there'll be a high effort in the evening. Wednesday, another double run day for me. Now that starts off with a medium effort in the morning, a little bit more goal work. I'm looking to do about 30 minutes of goal pace or target paced work with a warm up and a cool down, probably about 5 minutes of easy pace. So the total run is about 40 minutes. But the most important part is that goal pace in there. And then in the evening, it's a low effort. Again, 6 or 7 miles, something like that. Nothing crazy, but all at that super easy pace. Because we're really trying to work at that easy pace where I'm just helping my aerobic engine. Thursday, again, is a nice easy run. No stress, no drama. This is purely time on feet, purely a mileage run. I'm looking to do about 40 minutes, so I don't know, about 4 miles, something like that. It really is a no stress, no drama, easy paced run with, again, just building some miles in the legs. Friday is gym, where we're looking to do strength work for me. So we'll start off traditionally with a bit of a bike warm up, nothing crazy, probably on the rowing machine. Then we hit the weights and try and work on that upper body strength and that lower body strength. Right now, so this is the key, my long runs. Now for me, the long run is the most important run of the week. And for this training plan, I'm going to run a 3 rotation run. Now, what do you mean by that, Fordy? Well, I'm already at a consistent distance, so all I'm now going to do is use 16, 18 and 20 miles and just run them through this training block. So my 16-mile run will be a 4x4 mile effort. Now what is that, 40? So I'm going to do 4 miles at super easy pace. Then I'll do 4 miles, probably around, I don't know, zone 2 creeping into 3. Then we're going to do 4 miles at target pace, goal pace, marathon pace, whatever you want to call it. And then 4 miles at whatever I've got left. So that higher effort at the end of the session. So I'm pretty much just creeping up in terms of my effort through the 16 miles. I really find that kind of run interesting. I really find that kind of run benefiting me, and I just really enjoy that sort of progressive longer effort. Right, so the following week will be an 18-mile run, and that will be 6 by 3 mile loops. Now that'll be one loop of 3 miles at easy pace, followed by a 3-mile loop at target, or again that marathon pace, and I'll just alternate that through till I get to the 18 miles. So I'm doing a nice slog of that at goal or / target pace, which for me is the key. That is the money run. The more I do at that target or goal pace is where I feel it's going to help me ultimately at the end of that marathon. And then we've got my 20 miler. Now I don't look at a 20 miler anymore because of the experience I've got as like that dreaded distance. I actually really enjoy the 20-mile runs. And for me, the 20-mile run, I just break it down really simply. Do a 1 mile warm up, 1 mile cool down, and then again, in there mixed in 6 by 3 mile loops. So again, I'm getting 9 or 10 miles at target pace, which is perfect. Now the only other run that I will stick into my long runs in about week, let's say 10 or 12, is a 16-mile target paced run. And I will drop that in strategically when I feel like I'm ready to do it. Because ultimately it's a high effort, it's a hard effort, but I want to see where I'm at and I want to run that time, that distance at that target pace just to make sure I'm on the right track. And then I finish off the week with a full day of rest. And I think that's one of the most important days of the week. Now, I'm not talking about just sitting about on the sofa and doing nothing. I'm talking about active recovery. But basically, I want to make sure I have a lie in, eat well, you know, get that little bit extra sleep and just rest up and take it a little bit easier because we go again on Monday. So that's the 7-day window, right? Now the distances will increase or decrease slightly in the week because I'll do a little bit more and a little bit less, but in general I'm about 50 miles in that plan per week, which is about as much as I can fit in, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't have the time to be doing 60-70 miles. Now I probably could try and find a way to sneak it in, but I just find that 50 miles is about where I'm at in terms of my time. So now I'm going to take that and we're going to run that through into the London Marathon. And then once we finish London, again, that's not a target race for me. I'm going to run London and hopefully finish relatively in good shape, like I've not really done anything. Well, I would have run a marathon, but you know, it wouldn't be a high effort, okay? Because the high effort will come in September in Berlin. And we would have learned a lot from it, right? So you're always learning from different training plans, but this sort of methodology and this training, I did this for when I did London in 2023. So then we'll flip that over. We'll maybe adjust a few bits, maybe the paces or the efforts, but in general, we'll then roll that again into Berlin. So there we go. That's the sort of plan. The strength and conditioning's in there, which is a day that I've sort of ignored in the past, as I've well documented on this channel. That's going to be in there. We're going to be making sure we're getting that. Ideally, I'd like to get in there twice a week if possible. But the key for me is consistency, and that's why I've kept the plan the same all the way through. And the only thing that adjusts really is the time or feet on that long run. And the key for me is always goal pace, target pace work throughout this marathon training block. The more I do at that level on those long runs, I just feel really benefits me. And then obviously the caveat to that is making sure I get that easy work in there, you know, that aerobic building stuff that we're going to be doing all the way through the plan. Okay, people, so there we go, plain and simple. Like I said, all our training plans are available on the FORDY Runs website. You can go over there and crack on, but this is the way I'm going to be tackling the London Marathon 2024 in terms of my training. Let me know in the comments, are you training for London? What are you training for? Let me know in the comments, have you done your plan yet? How's it all looking for you? Right, that's it, guys. That's the end of the weekly vlog. I wanted to share how I'm going to train for the London Marathon this year. I thought it'd be interesting, as always, and you can follow along the journey on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to follow along. But that's it from me, guys. I'll catch you later.